everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is Andy Cohen responding to the ongoing backlash that both Tom and Raquel are getting over their insufficient apologies during this sex video scandal, this cheating scandal, this whole debacle. Well, Andy Cohen is weighing in. As we know, the reunion is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and Andy will be the host. But before we dive in, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And also check out our description box down below. Join our newsletter. I give you a ton of free self-care, self-love, and wellness content, and it is 100% free. So with that, let's dive into the mess. So this is according to page 6. It says Andy Cohen responds to fans calling Raquel's apology, quote, terrible. I thought her apology was trash as well. I did a whole video on that, so definitely go check out that video if you want a deeper dive into me dissecting that non-apology apology, okay? Here we go. Andy Cohen is taking Raquel's apology, quote, at face value. Well, good for you, Andy. We're not. The TV host read the Vanderpump Rules star's statement aloud during Wednesday's episode of his Sirius XM's Andy Cohen Live radio show and told viewers that he immediately knew it would receive terrible feedback from fans. I'm like, oh, okay, good for Raquel. Cohen, who's 54, said of his initial reading to seeing Raquel apologized to Ariana for having an affair with her longtime boyfriend, Tom. Then I was like, well, trolls, go ahead and you can give us all the 85 reasons why this is a terrible apology. Now, side note, Andy needs to redefine or actually maybe learn for the first time what an actual troll is. Just because someone does not agree with you or just because someone is calling something out does not make them a troll. My definition of a troll is someone who is projecting their own anger, their own bitterness, them being miserable in their own lives onto people online, just going ham on people or doing things that are racist, homophobic, sexist, derogatory, disrespectful. That's what I think of a troll as. Just because someone is saying, wait a minute, what you're saying doesn't make sense. Wait a minute, what you're saying isn't authentic to everything else we've seen. Wait a minute, we're calling you out. That does not a troll make. But let's keep going. The King of Bravo's co-host, John Hill, then chimed in, agreeing that he didn't think it was a terrible apology, to which Cohen agreed. It's something, that's the first step, Hill said, with Cohen replying, right, exactly. I also think that this is a little bit of, and this is my opinion, I also think this is a little bit of Andy trying to do some type of damage control. Like, we know that the reunion is coming up and he's going to want Raquel there. And then we pretty much know they're guaranteed to get a season 11 now. So if they do bring Raquel back, I do think that he wants her to be able to come back. Do you know what I mean? So I do think it's a little bit of damage control that he's doing on that aspect of it. And then I also think he doesn't want to come across as being too harsh or anything like that. But it's kind of like, Andy, you need to kind of get it together because her apology was terrible and it was all about herself. Again, we did a deep dive into that and that video is on the channel as well. But let's keep going. In the lengthy statement posted to Instagram on Wednesday, Raquel, 28, claimed it was her, quote, addiction to love that caused her to have a months-long affair with Sandoval, 39. Andy Cohen told listeners that Raquel's actions on Vanderpump Rules will certainly support that statement. He added that fans will get to see some of it play out as soon as Wednesday's new episode drops 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo. Well, folks, when you watch tonight's Vanderpump Rules, you will see exactly what she is saying play out with her, Cohen insisted. See, I told you. He's trying to do that damage control. He's trying to be able to keep her on the show, keep people watching, you know? We're on to you, Andy. We're on to you. She is like the heat tonight over She is like the heat tonight over Garcelle Bouvet's son, and it really plays into everything she's saying right here. Cohen was referring to footage of Bouvet, 32-year-old son Oliver, cheating on his wife Samantha Saunders with Raquel. Fans got to see a teaser of their steamy makeout in the season 10 trailer, which dropped in January. During Wednesday's show, Cohen also addressed a second statement Sandoval released late Tuesday after facing backlash for not apologizing to Ariana in his first statement. This is the thing. I actually think the whole thing between Raquel and Oliver has nothing to do with her, quote, love addiction. I think that was more competition. I think she hooked up with Oliver because she wanted to show Lala that she can get him. Because don't forget, Lala had already told her that she had a crush on Oliver. So I think that was more about competition. It was more about showing up Lala, getting with the guy that Lala was attracted to, and being like, see, I can get whoever I want. I can get the guys to pick me. I got James, now I got Oliver. So to me, that's not a love addiction, that's competition. Lala herself said it herself, oh, if it's a competition, I would definitely win. I.e., this was a competition. You see what I'm saying? So, girl, bye. Let's keep going. The author then posed an open-ended question to Hill and viewers alike, asking, is there anything that Sandoval could do or say that would cause anyone to forgive him or take the pedal off of the gas? Dun, 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 dun. As Page Six previously reported, Sandoval publicly apologized to Maddox and admitted to making mistakes, being selfish, and hurting somebody he loves. No one deserves to feel that pain so traumatically and publicly, he continued. I can only imagine how devastating this has been for her and everybody around us. I feel really horrible about that. Well, let's listen to what Andy had to say. I do have a clip from that, so let's go.
I think this was going on during BravoCon, John.
Well, they said it's been going on for forever.
Right,
so
for 6 months, 6 or 7 months. Yeah. BravoCon was in October.
Yeah.
So there's video that people were posting of Tom and the extras. And I was at that show, and I'm standing there, and Raquel's behind me, and Ariana's in front of me, and you can see how they're both looking at Sandoval. It's wild. This is reverberating, okay? Now, Wednesday night, Sheena was on Watch What Happens Live with Raquel. Mm-hmm. And we played a game called the BFF test. You know the game, where I read a statement and then both the guests answer at the same time and we see if their answers match. I said, who's the cuter Tom, Sandoval or Schwartz? They both said Sandoval. I looked up and said to Raquel, oh, you said Sandoval.
Oh, weird.
And then we moved on. Now, during the commercial break, Sheena said I guess Sheena's antenna was up. And now I'm going through my cards and they're telling me in my ear what the time cue is and whatever. Sheena said to Raquel, I only picked Sandoval because I knew that you were going to pick Schwartz.
Oh, my God.
And Raquel said, well, Sandoval has abs, and kind of shrugged.
What? Oh, the hussy.
So, that was interesting. And again, I'm letting this, I didn't think twice about it. Then I DM'd Sheena over the weekend. I go, what was that conversation that you guys had about that BFF test? I thought it was odd. Then I'm thinking back, and this, I hope Bravo reruns. Bravo needs to rerun both of these Watch What Happens Lives because we need to watch them like the Zapruder tape. Because when Schwartz was on with Sandoval, I believe on premiere night, there was some odd energy between them. Schwartz was looking at Sandoval the entire time, almost for guidance on answers. So the big question is, when did Schwartz find out about this? Okay. I mean, that's one of the big questions. Okay.
I think you even mentioned that last week about them. You said something.
Yeah, it was odd.
They were weird.
Okay, so I wanted to play that clip because Andy Cohen himself is showing all of the red flags that was going on between them, and how last Wednesday Raquel still had the bravado being like, Schwartz is the hot, or Sandoval's the hottest, he has abs, this, that, and the third. And now you're telling me that less than a week later, all of a sudden, now she has all of this internal insight about her codependency and her love addiction, and how she has to do more emotional boundaries and all of this stuff in her alleged apology. That is a lot of personal growth, self-awareness for this chick to have when she was being, nasty and doing, bringing sweatshirts to Watch What Happens Live that says Tom Tom, talking about Sandoval being the hottest, this, that, and the third. From doing all of that, all of those subliminal digs, to a week later being like, I'm going to work on personal boundaries. I have a love addiction. I'm codependent. I'm working on my mental health. That's a lot of personal growth in 5 days. That's another reason why I call her apology BS. It was literally like they went to betterhelp.com or WebMD. They took all of the buzzwords, love addiction, codependency, mental health, slapped it together into, a statement as a way to get us to just forgive and forget and let this ride. That's really what I think it was. But I want to know what you guys think. A, what did you think about her apology? Put it down below. And what did you think about Andy Cohen low-key defending her? Saying, I'm going to take it at face value. She has this love addiction. You'll see it play out. Again, I kind of think Andy is just trying to mitigate the situation so that Raquel can come to the reunion, that they can go on with season 11, and that we'll continue to watch. I really think he's just trying to do more ratings for the show. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before we do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend, because a kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. If you actually are dealing with codependency or need some help in the self-love department, I got you covered. So join our newsletter. So that's you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.